Well, good morning. Welcome back to the live stream after a 2-day hiatus, we'll call it. 2 days that I couldn't live stream in the morning. Hope you had a fantastic week so far. So let's start. I don't even remember where we were. Let me see here. I see that people were talking to me here on the Red app, but I don't see the messages. Just a second. I need to figure out why my messages are not showing. Probably it's an app that I have that combines everything. Probably offline. I see there's messages, but I can't see the messages. So I think I'll just restart the app just to make sure we've got all covered. All right. Let's close and let's reopen it. As I see somebody with a blue profile picture talking to me. And where is it? Did it open? Yes. So I use an app called Tester Labs. It combines the chat from different sources. So it combines from TikTok, from I see. The Red app's not connected somehow. Let's authorize it again. Yes, I authorize you to check my chat. There we go. Let's see. Should be working now. So if you talk to me on the Red app, can you please say hello to me again? I see the purple app. Hello. White Fuey. You're new here. Welcome. Or at least the first time I see you talking. Dirt Guzzler, I'll get to your questions just a second. I just want to make sure all my live stream is working. But I saw your question. All right, connected to Red app successfully. I can't say the name of the app, but you guys know where you are. Oh, there you are, Isaac. I see the chat. So awesome. Oh, you were here when I got raided. Well, thank you. Oh, nice. Yes, I do remember that. That was, I think, what, last week or Monday? Don't recall right now. Yeah, it's funny because I've been getting, hi little farmer, I've been getting messages on especially on my Red app, of people going like, oh, you're using bots for your live streams. Like, all of you guys are real people. And I don't understand. Like, I try to answer everybody. Just the fact that everybody asks the same question, it's not my fault. My simulator is unique. It's different. Like, for instance, Dirt Guzzler, did you run into any issues setting up your gauge cluster? So let me answer you that before I get going here. So there's two answers here, yes and no. No, it's the simplest one. There's a tutorial on the Red app with the play button that you can just type in SimHub P2 Volvo. Yes, SimHub P2 Volvo, and you'll have a tutorial on how to get this going. Super easy, super simple to follow, but you do need a Volvo gauge cluster from 2005 to 2009. Simple. However, not every function was working, and I happened to have the same car in my garage. So I was in a bit of a positive situation where I have the car so I can get the CAN bus information, but I don't have the programming skills. So I had to do a lot of with ChatGPT. So that was hard to set up. But that was me trying to be I don't know, stubborn, that I wanted to get things going. And yeah, it wasn't hard, but to get like the turn signal to work, let me turn the battery on the truck here on. So to get the turn signal, that was hard as hell. You get the display here, that was hard. So there's a bunch of things that were hard. All right, so I see a lot of messages as I was oh, come on, squirrel, don't do that. All right, let's get going. You can ask any word, man. Do I have to block you guys? So please don't do that on the Red app. Let's get the engine started. Could you also use an Aston Martin from 2005? Dude, that's a good question, Grant Little. I know Aston Martin and Volvo, they do share a lot of things between Volvo. Like the RTI display right there is exactly the same. But I don't think you could. But I might be mistaken. I never tried. Hey, Slav, thank you. Engine start is AC. Yes. I put here on AC on and off is how I start the engine. If they continue, I'll block them. There's zero tolerance for that, so... Let's get going. I don't even know where we're going. We're going to Calais. I think we're going to Portugal. Is that it? How much did it all cost? This question is coming from TikTok. So, and also on the Red app, Grim Reaper. So I spent about $300 in car parts and another $400 or so in hardware. Wood, metal, carpet, Arduinos, the LCD screen. And that's the funny thing about people thinking it's bots, because everybody just asks me the same questions. I can tell all the questions you guys are going to send me. How much did it cost? Is the AC working? I don't know if somebody asked that already. Let me see here on the questions. Oh, nice, Dirt. That's cool, man. Oh, there it is. Is the AC working? Yes, everybody asks me that. Let me see. What other questions? So they ask about the RPMs. Why are the RPMs so high? A bunch of questions that are all the same. If you stay here for 5 minutes, you'll see. Change lanes here. Is there a reason? there you go, Grant. Yes, there is a reason why the gauge cluster stays at 3,000 RPMs in a truck. So the reason is I have an 8,000 RPM cluster here. So I had to calibrate it. So my gauge cluster is calibrated to show when the truck in the game is at 2,000 RPMs. My gauge cluster here is showing 7,500 RPMs. That is the only reason. Thank you, Grim Reaper. Can you add regular car mods? You could, Joey. You could. The only problem is you'd still be driving a car. A truck, I'm sorry. You'd be still driving a truck physics, you know, the same style of handling, if you will. But it's not the same. But there is mods, and I know ETS is going to add the, there's a Ford expansion DLC. And they will do that. Yaman, yes, I do remember your username here, but I don't remember if we talked and what we talked. Sorry. Joey, I will block you. Last warning. Well, thank you, Grim. Where's the best place? Come on, you two. Yeah, it's pretty annoying when people are like that, but goodbye, Squirrel. And Joey, goodbye as well. I don't have time for this. Alright. That's unusual, because usually people are very well behaved, especially here on the Red app. Not the case today, but get going. They're not gonna come back around. How do you see the extra truck gears? Why Huey? So how do I do that? It's simple. I just changed the transmission in the game truck to a 6-speed manual transmission, just like I have in my physical setup here. Midero, is that a S40 setup? No, that's a S60R. Could you use this for Assetto Corsa? Yes, definitely you could. You can use this with any simulator, any modern simulator. You can use any modern sim racing game, and modern I mean like 2005 and forward. Yeah, I have to pull up where I ban. It's kind of funny because if I move the mouse, you'll see what happens. This is what happens if I move the mouse. You can't move the mouse while driving, so I have to stop, get off the screen, go to the red app and do a block. Do I also drive a truck in real life? No, I do not. Slav play games, please, if you could just ask your question once, because I do have 4 chats here going on at the same time, and if you keep asking the same question over and over, the questions just go by too fast on my screen and I can't even see them. So, and it's not going to make me answer faster. There's a delay on the live stream, and you keep asking the same questions, just spamming the chat, and it becomes quite annoying for everybody. But like I said, yes, I do have a lot of videos playing Assetto Corsa, and I do go live streaming on Assetto Corsa quite a few times. Well, thank you, Yaman. Am I going to switch my Volvo setup to a BMW? No, I will not. I do have the BMW E60 setup as well, but I do prefer my Volvo 10 times over. Sky Sorcerer, back at it again. Followed your tutorial and actually got Android Auto to work. Having a backup camera is silly though. Yes. I've seen that Android Auto. It's pretty cool, right? They have the backup camera. How did you get the CarPlay to work, Jack? So if you go to my Red app, the Red app with the play button, there's a link there on my TikTok. You'll find a link to my tutorial. So I made a tutorial and I put the Apple CarPlay for download. So anybody can go and download the Apple CarPlay. Well, thank you, Cameron. Going a little bit over the speed limit here. It's 56 miles an hour. Let's put the cruise control here. Have to change lanes. There we go. Hey, Kadu! What's up, man? Thank you, Slav Play Games. Thank you for the sub, man. What other games do I play? I love playing... there's a few games that I love playing. My top 3 games are Assetto Corsa, BeamNG, and American/Euro Truck Simulator. I've been playing more ETS and ATS online, especially on the live streams actually, because the reality is when I'm driving a truck, it's a lot easier for me to answer questions and interact with you guys and say hello and just pretty much explain what I'm doing here. So I do prefer driving a truck on a live stream, but last Saturday, for instance, I did go live playing Assetto Corsa and BeamNG a little bit. So, especially on the weekends, I think I'd like to do that more on the weekends. Thank you, Grim. That's strange, man. Sky Sorcerer. I never had any problems with it reconnecting, but I'm glad you find that the Android Auto works a little better. So, nice. At least you found something you like. That's what matters in the end of the day. Yeah, I do have quite a few, man. Especially on my shorts. Not especially, only on my shorts. My long form videos are all tutorials so far. I have a tutorial on how to make the steering wheel, I have a tutorial on the Apple CarPlay, and I have a tutorial on how to build the whole thing. Rando, Ich lieb truck. I don't speak German, but I do believe you said you love trucks, right? Does the whole air conditioner unit work? Yes, the whole climate control here work. So all the buttons work. There's no air coming out of the vents, but they do work. Oh, nice, Isaac. Good luck to you, man. I think we're in Germany. but I'm not sure if we crossed to France already. We're going to Calais. I think that's France also. I don't remember. I started this trip 2 days ago, and then I didn't live stream yesterday and the day before. How are your foot pedals set up? So I'm using... Oh, I missed my turn here. But I don't want to have to redo my route, so... Have to do a little bit of a crazy maneuver here. Sorry, trucks. I know. Oops. I'll show you in a second. Oh, I stalled the engine. See, that's what happens when you missed your turn. Am I hitting something? I think I am hitting a car. There you go. Yes, I stream in multiple platforms. I am on TikTok, on YouTube, on Twitch right now. And I shouldn't have said that, but... Well... There, I made it. Whew. There we go. Alright, so the pedals. Where's my pedal camera here? Here. So here's my pedals. There is a clutch, a brake, and an accelerator, and it's a Moza. And Moza sent me this. That's why I'm using a Moza. IDK, am I playing in an actual car? No, man. I am in my home office. That's less turns steering wheel to turn the truck. Actually, it's automatic, so depending on a truck, this truck does less turns, I guess. Rage, like Scoffy. How much? I spent about $700 in the simulator, in the part that makes my simulator special. So I spent about $300 in car parts, and another $400 in hardware. Wood, metal, carpet, you know, that kind of stuff. So I guess we have one of the guys that just want to be again, but that's okay. You can keep coming. I'll keep blocking. That's all right. Yes, I can see my YouTube comments. Rage. Okay. $700. Yes, that's it. What's happening to the Red app today? And I think I said the name a couple of times and my TikTok already got jealous. Can I crash? I did crash already. It doesn't do anything here. It's not like BeamNG. Close to our destination. We're like 5 minutes away. Yeah, we're pretty close. Out nav 75. No, thank you. I just prefer to drive normal so I can get the money. I'm grinding to buy a new truck, and I don't want to do the cheats that allow you to get like a lot of money and a lot of experience in one drive. Channel for how long did it take to make this? Oh man, it's hard to tell you exactly how long. I mean, if you follow my tutorial that you find there on my channel, I think you can build it, like the hardware part, in one day. I've been building this and working and tinkering for about 3 years now, so I can't really say. Like the first version, the zero version, was about 3 weekends that I spent, but I had this cut in half. Not every button worked, so it was a little different. Yes, you get experience and money. I currently have, how much money do I have here? 56,000 euros, and this job's gonna bring me another 29,000 euros. And every time I get a ticket, I lose money. And I also damage the trailer. Like for instance, you see here, there's a 2% damage on the trailer. So that will also discount. Play Beans, Beam and G, you mean? I play usually on the weekends, man. Funny that today we have more like weird people here. We have a bunch of nice folks, but we have a few that are just trying to be banned. I don't know why. Why are you guys doing that? Be cool, be nice. The beautiful sunset. Enjoy the sunset. Thank you for the follow, guys. Guys on, it's funny because usually TikTok is the one going a little bananas. Today is the Red app. That's quite unusual. Hey Rafi, hello. Alexis. Sky Sorcerer, one annoying part of driving an automatic is the fact that I would randomly go over the speed limit and won't even realize until I get a violation for it. I did that here a few times and I'm on manual, man. But I do that, especially after I changed my engine here to a more powerful one. It's just so easy to go over the speed limit, especially here in Europe. Kind of nice, man. Well, good luck on your journey. I am also a beginner YouTuber here. Still growing my channel. I'd say I'm a veteran-ish on TikTok and Instagram, but on the Red app, I'm still a beginner. Thank you, Ice. Is that an S60 V70R? Yes, sir. Exactly that. And you are one of the first people that actually recognize that the S60 and V70 are actually the same interior. A lot of people will come here and say, oh, this is a V70. Yes, it's a V70 / S60. It doesn't matter. Like from looking just this part, you can't tell if it's a V or S. Is this real or a video game? You're confused, Alice. It's a game. Oh, there you go. Green light. I don't like the fact that the traffic lights here are so close to where you stop. Does the money and experience go up the longer you drive? Yes, out. So there's a few factors that will change how much you get paid for each trip. So what you're carrying, if it's a delicate, like fragile cargo, if you have to be there on time, if it's too heavy, if it's very long. So there's a bunch of factors that will change how much they pay per mile. And then you get to choose, like, oh, I want to do a longer trip and get more money, or a shorter trip that pays more per mile. So right now, for instance, I'm doing a shorter trip that pays more per mile. And it's shorter, but it still took long because I started this trip 2 days ago. I just didn't live stream yesterday and the day before because I was traveling. So I am back here just to finish this one, and we're gonna get a new, and you get to see in a few minutes. We'll park this truck and get a new cargo. How do you have force feedback on the car steering? So channel, you can check out my tutorial there on my channel. There's a tutorial. I will show you how to get a Fanatec working with a real steering wheel. So I get 12 Newton meters of force here. But it looks like you're inside of a car, except the view, though, the window screen looks like a video game. Yes, Alice, that's exactly what it is. So I have a interior of a car, so I don't have a ceiling here. I can just wave my arms around because I'm not inside of a car. And I do have 3 TVs in here. and these 3 TVs are showing the game. So, and everything here works in the game, like the hazard lights, or the turn signal, or the stock, or the wiper, you know, everything. I didn't hook it up to a car. It's hooked up to just the interior of the car. What game is this, Brian? This game is called ETS, Euro Truck Simulator. As we are arriving here to deliver. How expensive? So it's not as expensive as people think, because you can buy the parts pretty cheap. I spent $300 in parts and another $400 in hardware, wood, metal, carpet, Arduinos. This is what makes the simulator special, right? Not the fact that I have 3 TVs here or that I have a very powerful computer. This is just, you can spend as much as you want on that part. All right, what game? I think I just answered you that. I don't know if it's the same person, but in any case, ETS, Euro Truck Simulator. Tyler, am I on Truckers MP? No, man, I am driving offline now. I'm on a single player. I'm doing a career. I started playing ETS like 3 weeks ago. I have thousands of hours on ATS. But on ETS, I'm brand new, so I'm still trying to grind for money and experience. Well, thank you, Papas. No, this is ETS. LE420. S40R design? No, S60R. The real R, not design. This car is 300 horsepower, all-wheel drive, 6-speed manual. And it's not a design, it's real R. And we're gonna park here. Do you work anything or just TT live? So Ron Hottie. I have a full-time job and I work from home. So I get to live stream in the morning while I'm commuting to my home office. And this is gonna be the parking here. It's gonna be tight. But I think, let me show you guys where I'm parking so you guys can see. Oh, and I'm parking in the wrong place. Right there. That's where I have to park, on the white. And I'm parking on the other spot. Didn't see it in my rear view mirror. Glad I saw it. S40R design dash. You might be confusing. I don't think there is an S40 R design. I think I have to go a little bit forward. Yeah. Still, I think so. Can't really see. I don't know if it's the rain. Oh no, that should be better. I can still do that. So that's only what it does, Tyler. So I'm okay. I don't want to play Truckers MP. I never played. I always play offline just because it's a little easier. Okay. Gotta go really slow here. Oh, the blue cluster, yes. And I think I'm still going on the wrong spot. Wow. I kind of forgot how to drive, just 2 days. Oh, and I'm gonna be late for this delivery because I am having a hard time parking. Let's try again. What truck do I have in ATS? I do have a Volvo. I think it's the... Oh man, I forgot. It's just been 3 weeks that I haven't driven it, and I forgot already. I do have rear view. It's on my other TVs. I have 3 TVs here. That's why I am parking. I'm not blindly parking as I go into the same place again. All right. Yeah, now it's coming along. But I'm still a little bit off. I think one more back and forth should get it done. this forward a little, and then we back up again. Yes, Tech. It's exactly that. Just ATS, but instead of America, this is Europe. And the reason why I'm playing ETS is that a lot of people would come here on my live stream and ask me to play. And because of the fact that I live stream early in the morning, I get a lot of people from Europe watching. So, you know, funny, sometimes I'm driving and they go like, oh, you're driving towards Paris. And not because they saw a sign, just they recognize the road. What wheelbase? I am using a Fanatec Club Sport DD, the 12 Newton meters. There we are. So finally parked in the spot. Let's stop this beeping sound. Put the parking brake. And now I can just press comfort, and that will detach the trailer here. Is there any history behind the license plate on the passenger side? No history. I just bought the license plate because of my name tag, Flybrick SXCR. It's not a real license plate. There was a company that makes these license plates, and they wanted to collaborate, so they sent me one, and I made a couple of videos about them, and that was it. It's a game, yes, it's a game. Which game? It's called Euro Truck Simulator. Awesome, excellent. I thought we were delayed. Weren't we late? Ah, okay, I'll take it. We got a new unassigned skilled point, so we're gonna do the fragile cargo. I'll play, and then now we're gonna find a new job. Freight market. Would you ever want to try the pilot simulating cabins? I'm thinking you're talking about airplanes, right? Yes, I love airplanes. In fact, I do have about 70 hours flying a real Cessna 150. And I do play Flight Simulator here on this simulator. However, I'd love one day to build a real flight simulator. That'd be a lot of fun. And I actually practice some of my flights here. So my cross-country flight, I did here in my simulator like 10 times before I did in real life. Hey, Emilio, nice. Which Volvos do you have? Because I know as crazy Volvo lovers, we never have just one. I have 3 Volvos in my garage, so I kind of know how it goes. Really, there's nothing that pays a little more. Wow. We can go to the Great Britain. Yeah, let's go deep into United Kingdom. You guys are gonna see me trying to drive on the wrong side of the road. All right. Oh, you do? How's your purple, man? Because mine is like just tumbleweeds rolling. Oh, where's the exit here? I forgot. Is that dashboard from a Volvo car? Yes, it is. It's from a Volvo S60R 2005. Which one is better, ETS or ETS2? I never played ETS, the original one. So I would go on a wild guess saying that ETS2 is better. I've only ever played ETS2 and ATS. Yeah, it's so hard to be discovered there, isn't it, channel? Like right now I have 2 people watching and I only have 169 followers there. And if you were watching on my TikTok, I have almost 200,000 there. But it's very hard to be discovered. B3NC123, what game? ETS, so Euro Truck Simulator. Alright, let's go. So we're gonna get a trailer here. Berthold, ETS2 is better. Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I wonder, like, it's the second version of the game, so we're going to Aberdeen in the Great Britain. Take the job. We might need to sleep because I don't want to drive at night because you guys can't see much when I'm driving at night. Let's get this trailer right here. can you put on the dashboard light? Race XSE, the lights are on, and the reason why you're not seeing the lights on is the camera. So the camera needs to adjust the exposure to, I have 3 TVs here, shiny light. I have another light on the ceiling, shiny light. And the lights in the car are just like the lights in the car because they're original lights. Just like in the car, during the day you can't see the lights on because they're not as bright as the sunlight. Here is the same case. So the lights are on here. You can kind of see if you look at the gauge cluster, you can see that the needle is on. The lights around the numbers are on. So they're on. And here every single light is on. The lights here are on. The lights here are all on. Just that you can't see because of the lights. There's too much lights here. So, all right. You got a 2009 Volvo XC90. Nice. Oh, the V8. Pretty cool, man. I love the V8 engine. We click comfort and it connects. RPMs are high as hell. Would have blown the engine already, Leo Ramirez. Yes, but you see, I'm driving with a gasoline cluster. So the gasoline clusters go to 8,000 RPMs. So if you look at the truck, I don't know if you can see, but the truck RPMs are the little needle there. So if I'm at 2,000 RPMs and now I'm flooring it, so it's on the max on the red line, you see that the gauge needle goes to nearly the max here. And the reason is I calibrated it. So when I'm driving at about, like, I don't know, 1400 right now, it's about 5500 RPMs. So it's just, I get a visual representation of using my whole tachometer instead of just going my tachometer from 600, 2000, 600, 2000. So it's just calibrated. Which is better in my opinion, ATS or ETS? Dave, I think ATS is better, not because the game is different, the game is the same. It's just that the speed limit is way better. Speed limits in ATS, it's faster, you can just drive. Does the dash work as well? Like you're doing 100 and the dash shows, yes, life's illusion? Yes, exactly that. So you'll see, as I start driving, you'll see the speed, everything works. Fuel, the turn signal is working right now since I'm signaling I'm turning. So every single thing works here. Yes, I love the sound that the rain makes. And I'm actually sad I'm gonna have to stop for a sleep. Because then the rain will stop, but... I didn't even see Leo Ramirez's message. But I'd love to see him build a better one. He can follow my tutorial if he wants. Does the Trustmaster TH8 works with the Logitech G29 on PS5? No, man. As far as I know, Abdallah, in order to get a shifter to work in the PlayStation, it all needs to be connected into one like wheelbase. So you got to be on the same ecosystem. So if you're on the G29, you got to use the Logitech shifter, and the Trustmaster will not work. A Volvo 850 T5R. Nice, man. Yeah, the Volvo 850 was, fun fact, my first Volvo ever that I owned in real life. I did own a Volvo 850 Turbo, not the R version. I think we have a bunch of funny guys today here on, so I'm gonna even leave my window a little bigger so it's faster for me to just block people. Yeah, I don't know either, RXZ. I used to have about 1,000, 2,000 people watching every time. It's just that TikTok now kind of thinks that I'm driving, so every now and then it will block my live stream. So I don't mind. That's why I'm live streaming on the Red app right now. So if you want to watch a better version with the widescreen and everything, you can just check out my either the purple app or the Red app. This is a very tight turn here. But thank you, man. What should you get, the Logitech G29 or G923? I think they're about the same. I think the difference is what works with the PlayStation. So you got to check that one out. I don't know for a fact which one will work with the PlayStation. Yeah, the Mosas are better. I would buy a Mosa if I don't have any. If I would be buying my first steering wheel, I'd be buying a Mosa. Is this real or fake, user? I mean, it depends on what you want to consider. It's a real interior of a car. Playing a real game. So, am I on a real road? No. I am on a game road. I wouldn't call it fake either way. It's Euro Truck Simulator 2. How much was the setup? Ria, excellent. It was about $300. Gotta take this map out. Yes, I don't know why it's still there. I'm playing, it's about $300 in car parts and another $400 in electronics, hardware, wood, metal, carpet, you know, that kind of stuff. Hey, F1 Edits. What's the wheelbase? It's a Fanatec Club Sport DD here with 12 Newton meters. A lot of twists and turns here. I don't know why they make so many turns to get to the boat. Yes, sir. If you are in the United States, you can go to junkyards called Pick and Pull, and you can just pull the parts out of your car and just build it again in your house. Pretty much that's what you can do. It's on my channel, Life's Illusion, so you can check out my tutorials on my channel. Is it here? I think so. Yeah, it is here. Mons, nice. Which version do you have of this car? Thank you, Bertold. You're in north of Ireland. So yeah, we're going to the UK right now, so hang on tight. Turn off my... Here, what wheel setup do I have? It's a Fanatec Club Sport DD. Alright, so we're going to Dover. Embark. Well, thank you, man. Thank you for subbing. You do now have a project, dude, and it's a fun project. I'm telling you. Check out my tutorial. It's like 45-minute long tutorial, and it'll teach you step by step how to build one. And I'm working on the electronics tutorial, so hold on tight for that. I can't promise when I'm gonna release it, but I will. I promise. Yes, I'm on the UK. I have to drive on the wrong side of the road. You have the facelift 2006. Yeah, so you have a very similar interior. My real car in the garage is a Volvo S60R 2005, so it's exactly like this one. Okay, so now I have to drive on the other side, so I gotta police myself, and you guys have to do that as well. Alright, so we're going uphill here on the left, on the wrong side. Did you successfully convert the Volvo wheel buttons to a Fanatec buttons? Yes, I did. So if you listen, just get up here. So every single button works and I can do... Oh, and I'm going on a wrong way. See, that's what I'm telling you guys. You got to be careful here in the UK. This is the right way. So let me show while we're here. So I can press the buttons here to change my Apple CarPlay. So you can see there, it goes up and down. Here I have the cruise control, which also works. And here I can change the music. So I'm going to go to the next song. So now it's on the next song. I can play next and back. Easy, guys. Just wait. I'm showing my live stream audience here. And with the volume buttons here, what I did was I configured that display right there. Hey, take a chill pill, dude. Why didn't you go for a truck instead of a car dashboard? That Chin 444. There's several reasons. One, I do own the same car in my garage, so I wanted to have the same car. And I drive cars more often than trucks, as I just got a speeding violation here. But I do drive cars a lot, and trucks are bigger, and I think it's less strange, if you will, to drive a truck with a car than drive a car with a truck. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but it does make sense to me, and I built it. But you can always follow my tutorial there on the Red app and build a truck if you want. Yeah, they were very anxious here. How much was my setup, Abdallah? So I spent about $300 in car parts and another $400 in hardware, wood metal carpet. Yes, the wheel does have force feedback, just like in real life. Oh yeah, the mileage goes up as well. So there's two things about the mileage you should know. One, the mileage goes up here, just like in real life. So meaning if I'm driving at 50 miles an hour, it'll go 50 miles up. And here it goes down as the game tells it to go down. So this is the game information, not the gauge cluster. So the gauge cluster doesn't know what's the mileage you can get out of the the fuel you have. The game does, and the game is compressed 20-1. So as I drive 1 mile in the odometer here, the other one should go down about 20 miles. But does it feel similar? Yes. It's so strange on the right side. I do agree. Like right now, I have to remember that I have to turn here and not there. It's so weird. So crazy. Like right now, I'm right here on the wrong way. My brain is screaming right now. You're on the wrong way, dude. So if we go left, we're going to Southampton. If we go right, we're going to London. It looks like a real car, Krish. Yes, it does, because it came from a real car. That's the right way. Well, if you live in the UK or born in the UK and you're used to that, yeah, I guess it is. I'm not. I never driven in real life on the left side of the road. So to me, it's very strange. So right now, like for instance, my instinct would be to drive onto the right. So I have to kind of force myself here. Can you play this game on a laptop? Yeah, you could. You just won't be able to push, all of the graphic settings to very high, but you will. This game is not very well optimized. Are the D moving in real life or in game? I can't tell. What's DI? Finish. You live in UK, but all my games are right hand. I think most games are right hand drive, right? Have I ever been in Europe in real life? RT, I did once. In 2018, I went to see the World Cup in Russia. So I landed in Switzerland, but I didn't go for any trips around or tourist locations. I just landed and then just took off again towards Russia, towards Moscow. Is this the latest truck simulator game so far? Yes, this is ETS 2 with, I don't have all the DLCs. I have quite a few, but not all of them. So the speed limit here is 50 miles an hour. Okay, we can go a little faster. You play Convoy or Truckers MP? I'm playing offline right now, Gaming Nerd. So I'm just by myself here, driving in the United Kingdom roads. RXZ, it's not bad optimized. Try to run 444K and you'll tell me if it's bad optimized. I have a 4090 here, and if I get like 80 frames per second, so I have to limit my frame rate to 60 so it feels smoother. Oh, would you look at that? The speed limit here is 60. I kind of like UK now. It looks like a mirror world. Yeah, it does. So yeah, it's 16 miles an hour. Let's put cruise control here. All right. Mortal Kombat. How does the setup works? So essentially how it works is I built the car interior in my home using wood, and I am using a bunch of Arduinos here, 8 to be precise, to interact with the game. So every Arduino here is seen as a joystick and sends commands, so I can press the buttons and they will do anything that I tell them to do. So I can use the, you know, let's stop here for a sleep. Trucks are to the left. Kind of need fuel, but I'm not gonna put fuel right now. Can you go 160? No, man, I don't think this truck will reach that speed. Wait, is this real? No, I am playing a game. So let's stop here for an overnight, quick overnight. So put the parking brake, turn off this, engine off, and sleep. All right, good morning, UK. Get the engine on. They think it's real for just a few seconds. As soon as you start watching, you realize it's not. Scribble Bites, how come you have a whole car interior? Man. Yeah, it's just that I built it in my home office. I work from home, so I do have to commute to my home office every morning, which is right behind me. But I guess, you know, I want to make sure I commute. Hey, Timmy. Good morning. Hey, Mr. Car Guy. Thank you for the follow, F1. There's another person with a very similar user handle. I thought you were him. Bro, so do you have mirrors above you as well? I have on the sides. I have the triple TVs here. So I do have a TV on my right and a TV on my left, and they're both showing the game. So this is on my right TV, and this is on my left TV. Oops, as I drift off the lane here. You could have just put a TV screens on your car in real life. Not how it quite works, but... Is there an actual windshield? No, Adam, there's no windshield here. Just the interior of the car. I can reach for a ceiling that does not exist. So that's why I have the lights on, because the lights is in my office. Why not try to add virtual mirrors in the cockpit too? You mean like actual screens that would act like mirrors? I don't know if I understand the questions, because I do have the mirrors on my, but they're the real car or truck mirrors in this case here. You can build one, Tristan. Do I turn here? Yes, I do have to turn here. How much does a sim cost, Caspian? It did cost about $300 in car parts and another $400 in hardware. So wood, metal, carpet, Arduinos, the LCD screen right there, and a bunch of small stuff like wires, all that. Oh, I forget. We're in the UK, so I drive here on the left lane, I guess. This is the slow lane. Why did they build it? I just wanted to build it. So does the steering wheel feel real? Yes, it does. I had to turn down the force feedback to about 70%, otherwise it was too heavy, but yes. It's almost like practicing for CDL, I guess. Yeah, the far left lane is the slow lane here in the UK. That's so cool. It's mind, twisting. Jeremiah, how did I connect all the real car stuff? So, I am making a tutorial about that as well. I do have a tutorial on my Red app channel, and the way I do it is Arduinos. A bunch of Arduinos are connected to the real button, so I can just kind of click everything I want here, and they will do things. Honk the horn. And the dice is moving, so the whole thing does. Scribble, this is in the game, so it kind of moves like in the game. It's not in real life, it's on the TV. But I love the little dices. Well, thank you, Antonio, thank you. How much does the game cost, Caspian? So the game's quite cheap. I think it was on sale for $4.99 last week at least, or a couple weeks ago. Does the danger light button actually work? Yeah, you mean the hazard lights? Yes, they do. How big is a TV in front of me? 65-inch, all of them. So the left, the center, and the right TVs are all 65-inch. Alright, today we're zero tolerance here. What's the top speed? I don't know. That's a good question. I never tried to go top speed on this truck. I did try in ETS. It did go to about 95 miles an hour. Hello, I have a similar setup with a BMW 4 Series cluster and 4 Series iDrive. It's awesome. Awesome, Ollie. Just send me a message. I'd love to see it. If you have any pictures or anything on your... Do I have to go straight? Yes, I think so. Oh, camera's up. That's why. What's the game called? It's Euro Truck Simulator 2. Be sure to top up your headlight fluid. Yes, it's very important. Never forget that. And some soapy water. What's the game called? ETS 2. They're all big. They're all the same size, KR25. They're all 65-inch TVs. If you look at my videos on TikTok, you'll see that. How are the dice moving? It's just a game. The game sends the information and they move around. Do I ever have trouble with the steering wheel side here? Or do you usually play ATS? MT, no problems. Because as you see here, I don't see the dashboard of the truck. So it doesn't matter. If the steering wheel is there, it doesn't matter to me because I'm still seeing the same way. I can just configure the, the camera. How many gears, Abdallah? So I do have 6-speed transmission in physical form, and I changed the truck to also 6-speed, so I match the 6-speed transmission from the truck in the game to my real life. Have you built that sim yourself, or does it come from a real car? Both. It comes from a real car, and I built it myself at home. Yes, it's a right-hand drive country. I'm in the UK right now. All right, all clear. Hey, Michaela. Hello. Michaela. You want to play Truckers MP with you? I don't have Truckers MP, Tony. I will install it eventually one day. But I don't have it. So that's why I am only playing offline. Does the radio play? Yes, it does. It does play. There's a 6 CD changers here, so you can just put 6 CDs in here. It does also play FM or AM, and the audio comes from the computer here and out to the speakers. Right now I'm listening through my headphones, but yes, it does work. You want this on VR, Shady? Yeah, if you can handle the motion sickness and playing 2 hours with the heavy, sweaty thing on your head, yeah, VR is much simpler. I do have a VR headset. I don't quite like it. What setup is this? It's just a car interior that I play simulator games with it. Does the Apple CarPlay give you audio? Yes, not this thing, because this is just coming from the computer, I do have, like, for instance, I can show you the PC information here, the main CarPlay, and the audio. So Slick's that in, that's what playing right now. But it's not that thing playing. It's coming from Spotify on the computer. As this truck here kind of destroyed the vibe in the center lane. Why? Oh, I think the gauge stopped again. That's the second time it happens with the ETS. It never happened with ATS. So now you'll be able to see the gauge cluster resetting. So somebody asked me if there was lights, and you'll see very clearly that there are lights. All I have to do is ask to change the game and it'll go back. I don't know why it's doing that. It did that last live stream. Flying 3 feet above the ground on S60. Yeah, it's a village. There you go. So you see now the gauge cluster is back. And I can put the fuel consumption back again. There you go. Is there a tutorial on the Red app? Yes, Jeremiah. A 45-minute long tutorial. Can you show the left and right view? Yes, I can. Here's the right with my lady here, Emma. And here's the left. And here's the center. Does the mileage go up? Yes, the mileage does go up. But the mileage goes up like in real life. So you saw it just reset it to 0. The mileage, the overall mileage is going up. Now it's 0.1 miles. And it will keep going just like in real life. Do you know when you're in 6th gear and you have to go back in order to just go to 1st gear? Yes, Abdallah, I see the gear number here. You see this number 4? This is the gear I'm at right now. So I'm going to put in 5th gear right now. It's going to show there. Or 6. That's 6 gears, and I can just go up and down. Am I using my phone? No, I'm not using my phone, man. Can you help me set up the same as yours? I can. It's on my tutorial on the Red app. You can check it out. There's a 45-minute long that I will be helping you step by step how to build one of these. Is a Logitech G920 and a Logitech shifter good for a PC and Xbox? Drifting, I would recommend you get a Moza if you're first, buying a first gauge cluster, or sorry, not gauge cluster, steering wheel. But if you really want one, yes, it does work on both of those. Really? Am I gonna be delayed? Oh no, that's the Red app, the black app. So I'll have to get up and tell TikTok that I'm really here, because every hour they will say I'm inactive. So I'll be right back. So for those on the Red app, they don't even know what I'm talking about. TikTok is very jealous. It's like a jealous girlfriend. And they don't want you live streaming on a different platform. And they will just say, you're not there. And you have to move a puzzle. Be right back. Put the parking brake. And we're back. Microphone back here. Alright, microphone is back. Can I help you? Your OBS isn't showing your screen. Oh man, I don't know. I'm not that good with OBS. I have my hurdles with it myself. Hey Jackson, welcome back, man. Do I have a handbrake? Yes, right here. I think you can see it as I pull it up and down. But as you might know, trucks don't have handbrakes like this. They have buttons, so I do have a button here that activates the handbrake. Where do I see the chat drifting? It's on my left here, right where you can kind of see where the GPS is. To the left, there's the chat window. thank you, Jackson. Game name, Southwest. It's called Euro Truck Simulator. Spooky Cat Gaming. Thank you, man. Is it really already at 9 a.m.? Oh man, time flies when you're having fun. Why does it look like a real truck? I mean, it looks like a real car, to be honest. This is from a car. But I'm driving a truck, so I see the confusion you would make there. We are in the UK today. That's why we're driving on the wrong side of the roads. Do I play car games? Yes. If you look at my videos, you'll see me driving cars and trucks alike on BeamNG, Assetto Corsa, and ATS or ETS. Is this for training drivers? I don't think they use for training drivers, Mogo. I think it's just for playing and having fun. I have ATS selected and game running, but I get a black screen on OBS. Are you capturing the whole screen or just the window? Maybe try to capture the whole screen. Oh, nice, Jackson. I should get a commission from SCS. Trucks have button or a little lever at the right. Yes, that's what trucks usually do. Have for handbrakes, you mean, right? Yo, is that real? No, it's a game. Obviously, you can tell that after a few minutes watching, or seconds. Is this American truck? No, this is European Truck Simulator. Euro Truck Simulator. It's the same game, same physics, same everything, same engine, but it's just in Europe. As we are quite a long way to our destination. How is the speedometer synced, Mr. Caddy? So, yeah, it's a long explanation, but in short, so I found the CAN messages that send the gauge cluster, and I had to calibrate it with the speed, and thus it works. I don't know how to explain it. I use Arduino Uno with a CAN bus shield, so this talks gauge cluster language, and then I have another app in the computer called SimHub that fetches the game data. So the game sends to the cluster. I'm driving at 60 miles an hour right now, so if I drive for an hour, the gauge cluster will turn, to 60 with the odometer. Is the PXN V99 a good wheel? Sebi, I don't know, man. I never tried the PXN. They did reach out once. They want to send me their wheels, but I didn't get it. Do you like the fast lane? I am on the slow lane. I am in the United Kingdom, so that's the fast lane. This is the slow lane, and I'm in the middle lane because I can go in the middle. I don't go to the fast lane. He needs to read the other messages, so I maybe missed the message. Does the turn signal work? Yes. Right here, I can turn right and I can turn left. If you move your phone sideways or go full screen, you'll be able to see the whole triple screen setup, and you can see the lever here, the stock. How much does it cost? Nothing. It did cost about $300 in car parts and another $400 in hardware. Wood, metal, carpet, that kind of stuff. The Mentos. At this point, just buy a truck, bro. Oh, bro, you have no clue about cost of things, do you? Or how simulators work, but no, it doesn't make any sense for me to buy a truck. I don't want to drive a truck. I'm just playing with a truck in my house, like telling a Call of Duty player or a Battlefield player to go and join the military because they're playing a game. It doesn't make a lot of sense. But yeah. Merlin, so... who's doing self-promotion? I might have missed it. Magic. Hello, Magic Gamer 92. I haven't heard of anything good or bad about PXN, Merlin. You should be in the left lane, not hogging the middle. I'm not hogging anything. There's no cars behind me, and I can hog as much as I want. This is a game, and I'm not on the right lane, which is a fast lane. There's nothing illegal per se of driving in a center lane. There's trucks driving in a center lane right now. There's one behind me. Why a tachometer is reading 5,000 RPMs. So there's a very easy explanation. I am calibrated. So when the truck in the game is at 2,000 RPMs, the tachometer in real life will show 7,500 RPMs because I'm using a gasoline car gauge cluster. So I have to calibrate it. Otherwise, the needle will just stay at 600, 2,000. That's not a lot of movement. Alexa, turn on studio to 30%. Alexa, turn on studio to 30%. Not offline. Why not drive for real, Drew? There's so many reasons. Right now, I'm commuting to my home office. I just got a speeding violation that I wouldn't, I don't have to pay real money. So there's so many reasons. Cars are just, for driving in real life, and simulators are for playing or practicing if you're a real professional racer. Can you get a shout out? Yeah, that guy. Let me just try to get, I'll stop at the side because my lights went off. So you guys are seeing a little bit how my lights usually look when I'm playing alone. But there's the Philips Hue right now, so that's why it's darker. Now it's going to be brighter as soon as I leave the tunnel. Go. Let me just quickly here check what my lights went off. What wheelbase am I using? A Fanatec Club Sport DD 12 Newton meters. Volvo S60 or V70, not V60. I am using a Fanatec. Where am I driving? I am in the United Kingdom. Let me show you. Not this button. I am in the middle of UK, right by Liverpool and Manchester. Going to Aberdeen in Scotland, if I'm not mistaken. Magic Gamers, did your professional trip go well? Yes, it was very good. I went to Chicago and I really liked Chicago. I always have fun. It was funny because I landed in Chicago O'Hare and I left the Chicago O'Hare airport and I was flying American Airlines. So as a 90s kid, my daughter also loves Home Alone, and Home Alone 2 is recorded in Chicago O'Hare. So I was late for my flight yesterday, so you could see me running in the same terminal, just like in the movie. I had to run and catch the plane, so that's kind of funny. If you get a driver job, you can put those hours on your CV. All right, Rico. I have a six-figure job. I work at a very large company, and I have an office job. Why would I want a job that takes me, driving in long hours? I'm in UK right now. I live in Florida. I wouldn't even be driving here. So, yeah. So now we're going to fill up the tank. You guys are going to see my fuel gauge going up from empty with the light on, and the miles to an empty tank also going out. So I just have to press this button here, and now we're filling up. All right, so I'm sorry, I might have missed a few questions here. Jackson, you have a question? Can I be a mod so I can observe and help you? Yeah, Jackson, I think you earned that. Let me see how easy that will be here. I don't think that'll be easy from here. You've been here a few times, Jackson, and I think you deserve by now. And there's a lot of people that are annoying sometimes. No, I can't. What? Why can't I? Muted, blocked moderators. Ooh, what's your username? Jackson, your boy. So it's Jackson, your boy. Add moderators. Let's see here. Sorry, I might be missing Jackson. Can't see your Jackson underscore. Just before muting people, make sure you warn them first. Not finding you. I think I'll have to do that offline later, man. All right, so did we fill up the tank? Yes, we did. Tank is full. Let's get the engine started. All right, let's get going. Parking brake off. Thank you, Blake. Hello to Sweden. Hello, Pontus. Welcome to the live stream. I was in Sweden, I think, on Monday here on the game. Oh. Yeah, that was totally my bad. I crashed the car because I was on the wrong lane trying to merge, and the guy didn't let me merge. But I guess it was his right. Yeah, only 4 people on the purple app. It's just, I'm used to, I don't mind. I'm really putting a lot of effort on my red app though. So, but the purple is also important to me. Because I want to get away from TikTok. Not that I don't want to live stream there, but they're so low sometimes that it just makes me want to stop live streaming there. I tried that. It didn't do that. I don't know why, Jackson. But I can do that offline. I'll remember later, like I did with JM. Did you rip out the whole car dashboard and make it into a simulator? Yeah, pretty much. I went to the junkyard. I got the parts out of the car myself, and then I put it in my home office, and I built underneath a structure of wood, metal, and carpet on top of it. Thank you, Magic. I really appreciate that, dude. It's so hard to get people to come here and find your purple app. That's why always there's tumbleweed rolling there. But at least you're there, and there's another person that's usually there as well. You might have seen him. JM, I don't remember which username he uses there. He has a username in different platforms. Which platforms I stream the most? Donut, I stream equally on all platforms. So I am on the red app in 2 formats, the vertical and the widescreen. I am on the purple app, just widescreen, and I'm here on TikTok, both wide and vertical. So if you turn your phone sideways and click the expand, it's like 2 little brackets, it will show the triple TV setup. You'll be able to see a little better. Hey, Jim Bob, hello, welcome. That's absolute bonkers. The right lane is free, Bossolini. So the right lane is the fast lane. I'm in the UK. Don't use mobile while driving. I'm not. You see me using a mobile while driving? Absolutely not. Which one do you like streaming on the best? Yeah, so I think I like the red app the best so far. TikTok has a few problems. One, it's jealous. So it doesn't like you live streaming in different platforms. So it will seriously limit your live stream if you say the name of other apps. And I did say this a few times in the beginning of the live stream. And that's why I've been under 100 viewers most of the time here. So it's really annoying. Then the second problem is sometimes TikTok will think that I'm driving a real car and automatically just kill my live stream. And I have to appeal, and I always win, but I do have to appeal, and that is annoying. You should get real wipers too. What am I gonna do with real wipers? I have the game ones. Thank you, Jeremiah. Yeah, I hope you like it. If you do, don't forget to leave a like, because, man, it's so hard to also grow on the Red app. Can I show my face? If you watch my videos, you'll see my face on the, especially the time-lapse ones. I'm not hiding my face. It's just that I think the focus here is the car, so there's not enough real estate here to me to put my face. Where am I gonna put it? I like to show my car better, not my face. Why not just do this in real life and get paid? Because it doesn't work like that, not GeoPong. It doesn't make any sense. It's like telling a flight simulator pilot to go fly in real life, or a Call of Duty player to go join the military. I am just having fun. My hobby, I work from home. I have a 6-figure paying job. I am an executive at a very large company, and I work from home, so I can commute to my home office, if you will. Gas is gonna be soon. Sorry, I don't know what you just said, Audi. Am I allowed to go into the right lane? Yeah, I can go to the right lane. I can go right now, but that's the fast lane, so I usually stay on the left lane. In UK, right? Because on the other countries, it's the opposite. No sunshine in the UK as usual. Yeah. That's true, man. Oh, nice, Jimbo. Oh, you stream ETS as well. That's nice, man. I want to find you later. I'll follow you. Yes, Donut. You can get an explanation. So basically, you need an Arduino Uno with a CAN bus shield on top that will talk CAN bus language, and then you connect to an app called SimHub on the computer that will fetch the game data, and then you need to put a programming code into your Arduino that will do the translation. So essentially, that's how it works. You're looking to be a professional flight simmer? Yeah, man, that's awesome. You can be a professional flight simmer if you just stream on it, right? You should drive to Edinburgh or Scottish Highlands. I think we're going there, Southtick. We're going to Aberdeen. Aviation lover. Is this real? Oh, no, man. Well, thank you, not Lewis Hamilton. Thank you, man. Is this real driving? No, I'm in the game. You have a P2 at your home, fully working, and do I have mine outside in the garage, barely working? Oh man, yeah, I have a P2 in my garage as well, P2R, 2005, in black with the Nord caps. But yeah, I have more things working here than in my real car. If you think that I don't have in my real car the phone module, and this one works. I mean, it works with the game, not like a phone anymore. Yeah, but that's kind of funny. You're thinking about buying Euro truck, but you only have a stick shift, the Logitech G2N. Yeah, it's still good, Chris. Just go for it. You're gonna love it. It's a lot of fun. ETS, I think it's a great game, especially for live streaming, because you can talk to your viewers and interact, and I can read the questions, answer them, and all of that. Bro, can we see the car? It's a truck, but yeah, you can see it. That's my truck right there. So I have to try to follow here. Yeah, the maps in the UK are very old. That's what I heard. I hope they update the older maps, right? Because they keep expanding the DLCs, but they kind of forgot about the old stuff. That's what I heard. I bet you're one of those that pronounce Glasgow with an extra L. I don't know if I pronounce with an extra L. My Portuguese is my native language, and I live in the United States for about 10 years, so my accent is a little closer to American, but not quite American because I am Brazilian, so yes. John Leo, thank you, man. Thank you, dude. Oh, we're going over to Rumble. 64 countries drive on the left, so it's less countries on the left than on the right. That's a good question. I don't know. I never thought about that. How do you make it rain in the truck sim? You can increase the probability of rain, Mur. How much you game? I try to game around 2 hours every day, but we're gonna be just shy of that today because I can't stay up until too late. You also have a P3 V8. Oh, nice. P3 V8. That's pretty cool, man. Yeah, that's what I said to another guy that owned Volvos in the beginning of the live stream. Us Volvo owners never have just one. I have 3 Volvos in my garage. I have a Volvo S60R 2005, in exactly the same with the 6-speed manual transmission, spaceball, the RTI and everything. I have a Volvo S60 2020 T5, and I have a Volvo S60 2022 T8. We always have several Volvos. That's a challenge with a Volvo. Man, I don't have any problems with Volvo. I never had any problems with any of my Volvos. I've had 9. Is this pre-recorded? It's Javi. It's not pre-recorded, Javi. If it is, you know, I can go back from the future, or to the future from the past. I don't know. Have I ever driven to Penn Island? I don't think so, man. At Real Rain. Bear Nation, I do remember you, man. Welcome back to the live stream. How do you hook up your setup to play the game, Danny? So Arduinos are the key to the world here. Why are you guys slowing down so much? Hey, Dark Ninja, welcome back. Gabriel R, Flybrick S60R. You can use the right lane on a dual carriage to overtake the slower traffic. Yes, that's what I'm gonna do right now. If that guard lets me go. There we go. Because this guy is going too slow. Does the interior function with the game? Yes. I can press any button here, and they will do game things. And hazard lights, the wiper, everything. So why the car cockpit and not a truck cockpit? That's a good question, and there's a very simple answer. I think it's less strange to drive a car with a truck, use a car interior to drive a truck than use a truck interior to drive a car. And I do drive cars also a lot in the simulator. I fly planes as well, so there's no limit to my imagination, if you will. So I just think that cars, and also I own the same car. I have the same car in my garage. So there's several reasons. Yeah, man, we Volvo owners are like that. It's contagious, and everybody that drives a Volvo will, or rides with me on, especially my Volvo S60 2022, the T8, will go like, man, I had no clue that Volvos are this fast. Does the mileage go up? Yeah, if you look at the mileage for a few seconds, you'll see it going up. It goes up as I drive, so 50 miles an hour, 50 for 1 hour, it'll go 50 miles there. Pretty simple. You have a basic setup, but my favorite thing is to go as a sound system. Is it really loud and gives me a rush? Nice. Yeah, I don't usually play very loud because I can't. My wife is working on the other room, and then I will be working soon also, so. Jimbo, you need to upgrade your setup. You only got pedals and steering wheel, but I got to start somewhere. Absolutely, man. Everybody needs to start somewhere, and also we're never done with our setups. Any sim racer that says they're done, they're lying. Jammy, yes, it's a Volvo 2005 S60R. Asteroidas, do you make all your money from content creation? No, I don't. I make 99.9% of my money out of my real life job. I am an executive at a very large company. I work with market research, and I work from home, so that's where I get my money from. But the hobby, the content creation has paid for everything you see here. And some things I got for free, like the tutorial Volvo, the BMW was free. I got the steering wheel for free, the wheelbase, the pedals. A lot of things I got for free. Why don't I drive trucks as a job, y'all Bader? I think I just answered, because it doesn't make any sense. It's like telling a Call of Duty player to go join the military. Does it have radio? Yes. It's right here, and I think... Is the music stopped? I think the music stopped. I'll change to the next song and see if it will play. Not playing music, I think. Thank you, Fraser. Regarding newer Volvos, I can't convince myself that 4-cylinder turbo supercharged things. Dude, you'd be amazed, man. I didn't convince myself either when I bought it, but man, they're fast. In 4.3 seconds, I am at a 60 miles an hour or 100 kilometers an hour, and with a lot less drama than my Volvo S60R. Am I driving in the UK right now? Yes, I am, Adam. Oh, nice. A C70, 1999. I love that version of the C70s. I really do. The movie The Saint, with that actor that just passed away, he drove a C70 convertible. Yeah, the music is playing, it's just low. What shifter do I have? I have a very generic USB shifter here. You can't tell if it's real or not. Yes, it's real simulator. Not real life. You're trying to find a V60 CC. Yeah. Those are nice too. But are you talking about the P3 or the P... yeah, it has to be P3. V60s are only P3. Or SPA platform. Talipa, do I remember you? Yes, I do. You are going very slow here. A lot of traffic here in the UK today. How many years? How many years of what? My age? I am 43 years old. How did you get the speedometer to match the game? Arduino, Kelly. Arduino Uno with a CAN bus shield. Well, thank you, Milton. Thank you, man. The SPA is actually begins earlier. I think was the XC90 in 2016, I think was the first SPA. I've had an S90 SPA also, 2017. It was a P5 S90. The engine is not good enough for an S90. P5 is good enough for a Volvo S60, but not an S90. How did you get the CarPlay, Charlie? So if you go to my channel, there's a link in my TikTok there. You'll find a link to will take you to a tutorial. You can download it. It's SimHub. It's a SimHub dashboard. How many gears? 6 gears. 6-speed manual transmission here and in the truck as well. Okay, Mac, I absolutely, totally, 100% agree with you. When you see the widescreen version, it's just way better. Way better. Have I ever played Roblox? Yes, my daughter loves Roblox, and I played with her a few times, but not a lot. I'm not a big Roblox player. You just got here. Hello, Tech Station. Oh, you're welcome, Charlie. Well, thank you, STYX. How do you make a frame for the dashboard? So if you go to my tutorial on the Red app, you will see exactly how I did that. It's just basically a 2x4 frame, and I also brought the original metal that holds the dashboard. Rodrigo Nogueira, I would imagine that it's a Brazilian name or a Portuguese name. How do you make it look like a real car? It's just get the parts from a real car, man. and then you build it in your house, and then you get a real looking car. Charisma, what is happening? So what is happening is that we are playing a simulator called Euro Truck Simulator. Which truck do you have in the game? So I am driving in a Volvo FH16 540. How much the simulator costs? So I spent about $300 in car parts and another $400 in the hardware. Wood, metal, carpet, Arduinos, LCD screen, that kind of stuff. Am I playing on a PC or a console? PC. It's a Portuguese name, nice. I am from Brazil, so that's why it kind of rings a bell to me. There's a lot of people in Brazil also called Nogueira or Rodrigo. Do you have any other monitors? Yes, TechStation. If you look at my live stream on the wide version, there on the red app, you can see my TV here and my TV also here. I have 3 TVs. I have about 180 degrees field of view. You know, it's just too slow. I'm gonna go for a crazy takeover here. It's gonna be too crazy. So I hope you stop, because I am doing crazy here. That guy was too slow, and the guys in front of him, everybody's kind of too slow. Air conditioning working. The buttons are working, yes, but no air coming out of the vent. This is messing up your mind. Yeah, I'm headed towards Aberdeen. How much was my PC? Owen, I improved it over time, so right now I have a 9950 X3D with a 4090. So I think it's been, you know, when I bought my 4090, they were at around $1,600, so it wasn't that expensive. So I spent about $3,000 on it. All right, 60 miles an hour. We're doing 60 finally. Well, thank you, Felipa. It means a lot to me, man. It really does. Finally, we're out of that like 1-lane road. Is that a real dashboard from a Volvo? Yes, no clue. Volvo S60R. Well, thank you, Bits. Doxon Dokus. I think that's just easier to say. Is the truck a mod? No, this is the original truck from the game. It's vanilla truck. You're asking a genuine question. What question did you ask? Yeah, it's from Volvo. Aberdeen, they can kick Jelly Bean. Even I, a French dude, get a budget to stick mostly drove English Japanese cars since they got the license. Did I get a speeding violation? Yes, I did. Alright, got a speeding violation here in the UK. You guys are... Okay. Do I drive a truck in real life? I do not, Owen. I've never driven a truck in my life. Just in a game. Wasn't that expensive? It's wild. Yes, but it's not expensive in the sense that you think I spent a lot of money, but I'm a content creator on several platforms. I spent about $700 in what makes the simulator special. $300 in car parts and another $400 in hardware. Wood, metal, carpet, that kind of stuff. Does the buttons work? Yes. Every single button here works. I can use the wiper, the turn signal, which I am using right now. Yep, everything works. As we're taking this exit right here. The game always sends people past Edinburgh, not Glasgow. I didn't check my route, and I don't know UK, so I'm just following what the map is telling me. Basically. Where am I driving? I'm driving towards Aberdeen in Scotland. What gaming wheel and stocks do you use? GRMI. I am using, the stocks are from a Volvo, original Volvo, but this is from a Volvo S60R. And the game wheel, the wheelbase, is a Fanatec Club Sport DD with 12 Newton meters. Left lane camping, Lynn? I am in the UK. The left lane is the slow lane, Lynn. So, yeah. Does a horn on the wheel work? So no, not here, but it works on the button next to my wheel on the stock. Yes, Jacob, the dash works. Everything you see there is working. Yeah, the other day the cluster gave up. Actually, it did give up today as well. I don't know why. It gave up playing ETS again, and I think it's something with ETS or maybe a glitch with SimHub. I don't know. But that's rare that stops working. I can't believe you got the gauges to sync with the sim. Nice. Yes, thank you, No Clue. What other car or truck games do you got? I have several, man. I have iRacing, Automobilista 2, Assetto Corsa Competizione, Assetto Corsa Normal, Dirt Rally 2.0, BeamNG, ATS, a bunch. John Truck, just buy a car, bro. I have 4 cars, kid. And I fly real planes. But I'm playing on my simulator here. It's a hobby and earns money. But thank you. Why aren't you on a higher gear? So the gear, the tachometer here is it's calibrated to the real tachometer. So if I'm doing 5,000 RPMs right now, it's actually 1,300 RPMs. I got a speeding violation because they changed the speed limit again from 60 to 50 in just that bridge. Ooh, kind of sliding here a little bit. Got to slow down. Yes, everything is working, Jacob. Gas, the gear number, the time is correct. The temperature is showing my CPU temperature, the miles to an empty tank. The odometer, everything is working. What's my favorite series on iRacing? So I was racing more with NASCARs in iRacing. I can't really find anything else that works that well for NASCAR. Assetto Corsa doesn't really do it. So I've been playing, NASCAR a lot. Have you got airbag? No, I do not. No airbags. Does the hazard light button work? Yes. And it works with the truck outside as well. So if I go outside here, you'll see the hazard lights are on right now. Love BeamNG. Me too, man. Would you like to drive trucks in real life? Nah. Not my thing. Just play. Why does that look so real, Joseph? Maybe because it's a real car interior. Good morning, Lucy Didi. Did you fix the annoying wire behind the airbag cover, or is it still bugging? No, I didn't fix it. It still bugs every now and then. I don't want to take it all apart and just to do that. I just move a little bit, wiggle, and it comes back. What is my steering wheel? So it's a real Volvo S60 steering wheel with a Fanatec Club Sport DD in the back. Oh, nice. You live in Aberdeen? Is that a V70 interior? Yes, it's a V70 Flash S60. They're both the same. How much power wattage does it consume? I think we're at around 700 watts, like 900 when it's peak. Not a lot. What game is this? This is called Euro Truck Simulator. Can you get this game on a phone? No, unfortunately you can't. Definitely Scotland. It's rainy, yeah. Thank you, Yo Soy Pintado. Right. Thank you, man. I will do that in just a second. Let me get ready here. And there you go. Jada, thank you. Wow, awesome, thank you. I think those are all the same people. I've had a person that's been just probably creating or has several accounts that's just popping up just to create havoc. Some people just don't have anything better to do. How much did the game cost, Dylan? It was about $4.99, and then you gotta buy the DLC, so there's a bunch of DLCs. I think I spent $17. There was a sale that day. I think it's still on sale. Magic, do you feel like the Sims taking the fun out of driving in third person? I think people are taking the fun out of driving in third person. Like, even when I play BeamNG, which is a game meant to be played in third person, I have a bunch of people that come around and just give me a hard time because I'm playing BeamNG in third person. What the heck? It's BeamNG, you want to see the car crash and the metal crumble and the, you know, windows breaking and all of that. Not so Sion. How many is this real? Just get a car bro comments do you get every live stream? Ah, man, it's a lot. They're not even creative. They always say the same things. I get easily about 20 comments like that, depending on the live stream. And on my videos as well. I have about 200,000 followers on TikTok, and just every day I made a lot of videos about, you know, why not buy a real car, and I do have 4 cars, so it doesn't make any sense. Like, I got tickets here, I can crash, I can reset. I'm just having fun on my truck in the UK. What the hell? I'm in Florida right now. Slow Lane Productions, RIP V70R. Yes, man, it was a Net 60R, but yes, I saved the interior just as the forklift was coming to get it for crushing, man. That was so crushing. You can find a video on my channel, exactly where you are. If you watch my tutorial, you'll see the S60 that this came out from. How can you do this setup, Bogdan? You can find a tutorial on my channel. Yeah, the blue gauges, they're amazing. My favorite part of the S60R. Does your radio work? Yes, the radio works. 6 CD changer, FM, AM, and audio coming from the game also works here. Nice, you're playing ETS right now. You have a G923. Nice. Was it your R or something happened? No, my R is in the garage, safe and sound, in perfect condition. I have an Net60R 2005 with the Spaceball and the RTI, but it was not my R. I just found it at the junkyard and I pulled the parts from it. Do I have a Subaru WRS? I do not. Where did you order the Arduino to get the gauges working? I got it from Amazon. You can buy like 4 or 5 Arduinos for 20 bucks. The Arduino Micro Pro, that's the one I'm using. Well, thank you, Slow Lane. Is it like a real car? It's the real interior of a car. We're almost there at our destination, and I'm gonna have to end the live stream, unfortunately, for today. But I'll be back hopefully tomorrow. I don't know. Usually I stream weekdays, but we'll see if tomorrow I'll be able to live stream. Thank you, Troll Human 402. We're almost there. How much did the setup cost, Clay? Then, so I spent about $300 in car parts, pulling the parts from a junkyard, and then another $400 in wood, metal, carpets, Arduinos, the LCD screen, that kind of stuff. What did I use for the buttons, Blake Racing? I used Arduino Micro Pros, and I have an ESP32 here on the steering wheel. so it works wirelessly. Just better than an Arduino Micro. Here, I don't mind having wires going through, but here I do. I don't want to have an extra wire hanging out of the steering wheel. Well, not so, Cyan. It's like not everybody makes those comments out of like trolling. Some people are genuinely asking why, and you can tell like people will say like, oh man, why did you buy the simulator, not a car? And you know, something like that. And I do answer kindly, but if they're trolling, I'll just do my best to troll back. So do the buttons work? Yes, every single button works in the game here. I can move the temperature knob, I can go back inside, I can use the hazard lights. As the rain stopped, I can use my wiper. Bad gear. Oh, nice, Wheelman. Can you go off-road, Spooky? No, this game is very limited to the roads you're driving. If you go off-road, even for just a little bit, you'll hit an invisible wall. 9 out of 10 times. So we're gonna take our right here, and we're almost there. We're 0 minutes from our destination. Oh, Tarzanu, I'm gonna check that Snow Moon lighting improvement. I saw a video about it and I was really amazed. Yeah, I will look into how to do that. Just get a real car counter. I think there's a way that I can press a button and it will do a counter on my live stream. I got my window so big here for the other computer that I can't even see my left window. Oh, nice. Good luck on your stream, Jim Bob. I'm finishing mine in not even 3 minutes. I'm just gonna park and then I have to go do my job. Oh, I'll check that out, Tarzan. I do have 4K here, triple 4K, so I hope it doesn't really impact the frame rate because I'm happy now with the 60 FPS. Oh, really? Another ticket? I'm using TVs, Wheelman. 3 TVs, 3 65-inch TVs. No worries, K-Mac. So if you're not following, consider hitting that follow button, the subscribe button, like button, whatever you want. I'm gonna end the live stream in just a few minutes as soon as I park this truck and leave the trailer. How did I build this Camp Corral? There is a tutorial on my Red app with the play button. How to convince the wife, Bernaldo. It was little by little. I started small and I started growing, but she respects my hobbies, man. That's very important that you find a wife that respects your hobbies and you respect hers. And, you know, this will make your life easier. And also balance things, and that's something that I always have to work with. You know, if I'm playing, I don't play every night, for instance, because I spend time with the family and all. That's why I live stream in the morning. What's the best truck sim on Xbox? That's a good question. I don't know. Or Mac. Is this real or a game, Don? It's a game. It's a real game. How long did it take to build the setup, Germ? It took about 3 weekends for the first version, but it's unfair to me to say it'll take 3 weekends. If you follow my tutorial, it'll take about a week for you at work. And I've been working on and off for about 3 years now. Alright, so let's deliver. This is where we're parking, right there. Alright, do I have space? I think I do. So this is where we're gonna park, right there. Go now I can start backing in. Thank you, one brain cell. Have I ever tried VR? Yes. I get motion sickness. This is my greatest richness, not so, Cyan. It's family, health, you know. Those are the most important things in anybody's life. Alright, now it's pretty much just a back-in straight kind of situation here. Does the aircon really works? There's no air coming out of it, but the buttons do work in the game. All the buttons are mapped to do whatever I need them to do. Alright, it's gonna be a little crooked, so we're gonna have to go back just one more time. Game is called ETS Ring Racer. ETS 2, Euro Truck Simulator. How do I know where the trailer is? So if you look at my full screen version on purple, or even there on TikTok, if you turn your phone sideways and hit the brackets button, you'll see that I have the rear view mirrors. So I have a rear view mirror right here, and I have a rear view mirror right here. So I can look to the sides. I have 3 TVs here. No, I don't want to drive a truck in real life. So we are here, so I'm put the parking brake. Let's go outside, and I have to go, so I won't be able to stay here for long. So let's deliver this cargo. There we go. We're here. All right, guys. I need to go. I gotta start working. I work from home, so I will just take 2 steps and I'm at my desk. But thank you for watching. Thank you for staying here with me on this lovely Friday morning. Just nearly 2 hours of live stream. Nice. I hope to see you guys again. So if you're not following or subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hope to see you guys again. If you want to know how to build one of these, just check out my tutorial on YouTube. I think I can say it now because I'm ending the live stream. I hope TikTok doesn't get angry. But I have a tutorial, very detailed, same username as here. Flybrick S60R. Just remember, Volvos are like flying bricks. S60R is the model of this car, so that's how you find my username. Hope to see you guys again on the next live stream. I don't know if I'm gonna live stream on the weekend. If I do, you'll see me here. If I don't, I usually live stream from Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. ish Eastern Standard Time. How do you link the Arduino engages to my games like Assetto Corsa, Wheelman? You need to investigate SimHub. SimHub is the software to do that. All right. Have fun, guys. Have a great weekend. And I see you on the next live stream.